getting evicted. A lot of great memories I had here at this apartment. A lot of amazing opportunities, but this is not the greatest that is to come. And I know that when one door closes, literally, another will open. And, you know, the plan was never to live here forever. The plan was to use this as a stepping stone, especially if I see myself in Manhattan one day, you know what I mean? Like, I was never gonna live here at this apartment forever, but I walked to school. I walked to school through rain and through sunshine and hot days and windy days and cold days, and mostly because I was motivated by love. I loved the people at school and maybe even someone special in particular, and it drove me through a lot, and I got through a lot. And this video ain't going on shorts no more because it's over a minute, so I might as well just talk as much as I want. But packing up my stuff and it being cloudy and gray outside, it's bittersweet, but there's nothing to be sad about. I'm gonna go to school next semester. What a blessing. I'm gonna go see my beautiful friends again. I'm gonna make new friends, new connections, you know? It was harder when I didn't have a single friend. It was harder when I came here and didn't know anyone. It was harder that way. It was harder having not have been to school, you know? And it was weird, like before I enrolled in school, there's this water tower. It's the UTRGV water tower over here. Do y'all see it? Where is it? Where is it, y'all? It's there. Okay, there's no zoom on the front camera. The UTRGV water tower. And I was just thinking, I'm going back to school at the year 2021, you know, during the year 2021. And that is, I started going to school in 2001, college. I mean, not college, oh my gosh. What is it called? Elementary school. I was 6 years old, or 5 years old, you know? And I went back when I was 25 and I was like, wow, to have learned 20 years worth of stuff and still have a chance at going back. And, you know, saying it's okay to be an older student and just like go back. And it was just such an extremely good feeling to know that I still had a chance. And then, you know, I felt kind of interesting about it at first. And I felt like kind of like an outsider or an observer. And I still like being an observer, but you know what? I really became one of them, and they embraced me, and I loved it. 3 minutes video. This video ain't going on no TikTok. Well, actually, I have 10-minute TikToks, okay? Supposedly. I think they upload at 10 minutes. I'm not sure, because it still says 3 minutes. It doesn't give me a whole 10-minute option, but I think it uploads longer time. Anyway, okay, I'll talk to y'all later. I'm blessed, I'm thankful, I'm just getting all my stuff. I'm trying to recover the restroom. Like, in terms of recover, I mean, I'm trying to, like, put all my stuff away from the restroom, get it all out of here, because, you know, it's daylight savings, or however you call it. I don't know if it's daylight savings, or, you know, when the time moves, and I don't know which one is called the proper one, though. Like, is it in the spring or the fall, right? In the autumn. But here's the thing. I need to make sure that everything is out of that restroom before it gets too dark. And over here, my hair is eclipsing this thing, this little light. And one of my friends, I think he literally stole my other one by accident because he came to get his stuff yesterday. And I feel like he accidentally took my little headlamp, the other one. It's okay, it's okay. But anyway, I don't need it anymore because there's going to be electricity at my dad's place. So I'm very thankful to, I really needed to spend the time, the holidays with my family though. Last December, it was tough, you know? And going to school when it's like, there's no one there, you know, it feels, I don't like it. I love it when there's people there, and I'm excited to figure out my stuff with my career, my business, learn a lot of languages so I could be the most famous person in the world. Hey, that's the key. You want to, everyone's famous real good. You want to be the most famous, you got to learn a lot of languages. So I'm going to download Duolingo. The A13 chip on this phone has 8.5 billion transistors, okay? The A15 has like 15 billion transistors, okay? A14, 11.8 billion transistors. M2, 20 billion transistors. I think. I don't quote me on this. M1, 16 billion. M1 Max or Pro, the best one, the biggest one, I think is like 133 billion transistors or 111 billion transistors. That gives me a much better idea of, you know, what kind of computer I want. These are computer chips and phones, okay? I was reading something about like 128K memory in the Macintosh and all that. And then how the iPad first gen had a 1 gigahertz processor. It was A4 clocked at 1 gigahertz and 256 megabytes of RAM on two 128 megabyte chips. And then the A4 on the iPod Touch 4th gen and the iPhone 4 had a different approach. 800 megahertz clock speed, 1 gigahertz. No. Wait, I was going to override it by saying 1 gigahertz. No, 800 megahertz instead of the 1 gigahertz clock speed on the iPad. But then they took a different approach and put more RAM on the iPhone, 512 megabytes of RAM on two 256 megabyte chips. And you know what? I think 256 megabytes of RAM only with an 800 clock speed on the 800 megahertz clock speed on the iPod Touch 4th gen, even though on Wikipedia it says 800 megahertz with 512 megabytes of RAM. No, I think I remember reading at the time that it was 256 megabytes on the iPod Touch. Anyway, okay, talk to y'all later. Be safe.